Obviously excited about win number 7. Challenged the guys last week that we started this thing to become the best football team we could be this year, and not just to become a bowl-eligible football team. And I thought they handled that challenge really well. I thought we had a good week of practice. I thought we were ready. Despite how the game started, I still feel like we were ready. And, we responded to a little bit of a slow start and really, I think, controlled the game. I thought, obviously, defensively, we played our best effort of the year. I thought the way we controlled the line of scrimmage, the way we responded to the first big pass play, I thought we really kind of controlled the tempo of the game. We did a really good job of pressuring the quarterback on third down again. We were able to get off the field a lot, and I thought that really stabilized the momentum in the game. And then, offensively, we knew it was going to be a little bit of a challenge. We knew they were going to load the box with the different twists and blitzes and the way they were going to try to stunt and stop the run game. We knew it was going to be a grinded out type of day. We tried to get the passing game going a little bit more. We felt like that would help keep them off us. We did. I think Riley threw for 264, which was his best game in a while. And I thought we came up with some really big plays. I thought Jalen Calhoun came up with some really big plays, and then obviously John Tavis Robertson came up with some huge catches at critical moments in that game to really put that thing away. And so I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of what we did today. And, obviously, again, now let's go back to work and figure out how to get 8. So questions.
Yeah, just again assessing your defense. I mean, what made it so fantastic today?
Yeah, I thought obviously the biggest thing was we controlled the line of scrimmage. I think ultimately they wound up over 100 yards, but I think when it mattered and the game was really on the line, they were unable to get the run game going, and I thought we were able to play ahead of the chains most of the day, which allowed us to really play the coverages we wanted to help protect us on the big receiver on the outside, Caleb, and I thought that was a big key for us in the game.
Mike, I know it's hard to cite a possession in the first period is crucial, but you're behind 7-0. Tech gets the ball the second time. They got first down on Duke's side of the chains, a chance to get some separation, and you get the stop and force the thing. Can you just talk about that? Was that the point where your defense really began to assert itself?
Yeah, I thought, they responded really well to the bad opening drive, and the thing wasn't tilted in our favor to start the game for sure, and we answered. And I thought we got some stops from the defense, and we needed that, and that got the momentum back, and then the offense was able to get it going, and really, we had a couple drives that we kind of beat ourselves on. We threw the pick in the end zone, we had the missed field goal, or else I think we were a little bit even more efficient on offense today, and so, the defense curbed the momentum of that first half for sure and got us back in rhythm and got us back under control in the game.
What about your offensive line? They seem to dominate.
Yeah, that's what we want to be about as a program, and obviously everyone makes a big deal. We're down 3 starters today, and we still go out and play, and that's what you have to do. And so, it's a credit to everybody in that room being ready to go. It's a credit to the job we're doing as a coaching staff, and those kids are taking pride in becoming a physical football team. And we talked about that all through the offseason, that for us to be a successful program and a successful team, we were going to have to become a physical team that can control the line of scrimmage on both sides. And I think our kids have really risen to that challenge.
On a day when the rushing offense didn't come as easily as it has other times this year, how do they get it versus Jalen Coleman before you're coming back, especially when Moore goes down?
Yeah, it's critical, and that's the year, right? You're going to have to have a lot of backs to make it through an ACC season these days and run the ball the way we want to run the ball, and that's critical. And so, obviously we've been working to try to get him ready, and he was dressed and ready to go last week if we needed him, but we tried to hold him out because we wanted to give him one more week to get stronger and really not re-injure it. And so then Jaquez goes down, and now it's Jalen's time to step back up, and he does it. And then just so proud of the way our guys do that across the board. And, Jacob goes down, and Justin Pickett steps up, and Jaquez goes down, and Jalen Coleman steps up, and Eli goes down, and John Tavis Robertson steps up, and Nicky goes down, and Cole Finney steps up. And that's what you want a program to be about, and I think our kids are really buying into that.
How is Jaquez?
That's too early.
First time you beat Virginia Tech at home since 1981. I know you like the bowl eligibility, but you want to move on to the next week. You get this win, you want to move on to the next week. But what does it mean to you that you keep on setting milestones and making history here in your first year?
I think it means the last time we beat Virginia Tech at home was about 30 minutes ago, and so that sounds a lot better than 1981 for sure. And no, we talked about that, and obviously we continue to just talk about breaking through expectations, and we want to do that. And each win we savor. Like I don't ever want guys to not think we don't savor wins. We absolutely do. Winning is precious in this sport, and you work really hard to get yourself ready to play with no guarantee of what's going to happen as a result. And then you push through the 3 hours and you have no idea. And ultimately, when you do come away victorious, you want to celebrate that. And we certainly do that. And they'll enjoy it and they'll have fun and they should feel good about themselves. But then they know that it's when the time's appropriate, it's time to get back to work.
Talking about one guy goes down, the next guy's ready. How far along is that process in your program? I mean, compared to where you thought it would be at this time?
Yeah, again, like I don't ever go into anything you don't ever go in saying like, okay, here's what I think we're going to be or here's where I want to get to. Like there's no reason to put those benchmarks because like, I don't know what they ultimately would mean. So if like our depth wasn't as far along as we wanted it to be, we were still going to play a game today and we were still going to have to find a way to win it, right? And so it's basically you just look at it and here's the challenge and okay, so we don't have Jacob, so here's our O-line, so how are we going to make this thing work with who we're playing with and what their strengths are and and again, it's a credit to our kids because there's no program in the country that doesn't talk about next man up, right? Everybody talks about next man up, but that doesn't mean that the next guy is really, truly getting ready, right? Sometimes the next guy is not happy with his role and he's not excited about what's going on and he's not ready. And you see that. And so we continue to try to point that out and emphasize it, but it's really a credit to the kids in our locker room and just how much they care about each other. That's what I told them down there. Like, you care about each other when you're not playing the role you want to play, but you still come to practice every day and work so that when you do have to go out there and help your brothers win, you're ready.
There weren't really those gigantic explosive plays that we've seen from earlier in the season, but the offense kept on rolling. They kept on taking those long, sustaining drives, which we talked about on Monday. Is that something you guys game plan for? Do you knew you wanted to chew up more possession, or just the way the game happened? No,
I think it was just kind of the way the game happened. We knew it was going to be tough. Like we knew all week this was going to be tough sledding. It's hard to run the ball against a loaded box every single snap with people moving all over the place. It's just a challenge, and we knew we were going to have to throw the football. We knew we were going to have to be patient with the runs. We knew we were going to have some bad runs, and we were going to have to stay with it to ultimately get some good ones. And so we just knew it was going to be that kind of game, and it has been really all year. I mean, they have been a pretty good defense in terms of stopping the run and limiting people from putting points on the board. And so we knew it was going to be that kind of game. And again, I think if we don't turn the ball over, we don't miss a field goal, I still think we're up over 30. But, it is what it is, and we battled and we did the things we had to do.
You talked about John Davis' big game today. Jalen Townsend also had 94 yards. Can you talk about both of them and just the depth you have in the receiver room?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen's been there all year. And again, to just continue to be proud of him and the headspace that he's in and how hard he comes out and works and gets himself ready to go. And he's playing at a really, really high level right now for us. And then, John Davis really, has had a really strong 2 weeks in practice, and we noticed that. And so we kind of went into the game thinking we were going to give him a few more opportunities out there today, and man, did he take advantage of them. And we know when he's right and he plays the game the way he's capable of playing, he's a really dynamic wide receiver. And for 2 weeks, he's really, really worked hard to get himself that opportunity, and he certainly took advantage of it today.
Speaking of playing the high level, Brandon Johnson's become your best pass rusher, it seems like.
Yeah.
What's he doing so well at that?
Yeah, I think he's gotten, and I think that's been probably the biggest evolution of our defense as the years gone on, is we've gotten a much better tempo and timing for how to blitz. I think for whatever reason that just came really hard in the beginning of the year, and it just was a struggle. And I think he's gotten way more comfortable with it. I think he understands it really well. He's obviously very twitchy, and he's low center of gravity, so he becomes hard to block. Sometimes he blitzes and he gets sacks because he's free, but a lot of times he's blitzing and he's just quick dipping somebody, or someone's trying to get to him and they just can't because he's giving them a little bit of a shake right at the end. And so, when you have DBs that can blitz, you put a lot of pressure on an offensive line to identify who's coming and where they're coming from. And so I think that's been a huge thing for us over the last few weeks.
How important was it for Dwayne Carter to push through whatever happened on that second play of the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out what it is, but it just goes back again to what we were speaking about. Like, he cares. I mean, he really, really cares about the guys that he's playing with. And so if he can go, and that's everybody. There's not anybody, I don't feel like we have any kid in our program that if they can go, they're going to go. I mean, Jack Burns has gone all year at center. I can't tell you how many things. I mean, we're running out of lines to list the things that he has nagging him. But he knows we need him, and he knows that if he can go, we need him to go, and he does. And it's not that anyone makes him go. He's out there, and he came off today with a knee. I say, hey man, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm fine, I'll be back. Like, it's literally how our kids react. And so, yeah, I'm proud of Dwayne and proud of all of them. Everyone's beat up at this point. And so, yeah, I just think it's great that if our kids can go, they're going to be out there battling.
If UNC wins tonight, the ACC championship game is off the table. How will that change how you motivate your guys?
I mean, not even a little bit. I mean, we haven't used ACC championship as a motivator once all year since I've been here. We motivate ourselves on making ourselves proud, playing for the guy to the left and the right of you, putting yourself in a position to be the best team we can possibly be, and taking it one play at a time. And that's who we are. You know, we're not motivated by results. We're motivated by playing the game the way we want to play it for each other. And if we continue to do that, we'll continue to have results and success.